So the first style lesson from Crazy Stupid Love actually isn't a style lesson, it's a life lesson. And that is your clothing, your presentation, the way you project your image to the world is a reflection of your own self-respect. And that's the best thing about this movie. The hero, the main character, it's Steve Carell, not Ryan Gosling. He's got his stuff together. He's the Yoda. He's the guru. He's guiding Steve and showing him, hey, first up, take care of yourself. You've got all these problems. You're putting the blame on other people. But what have you done about yourself? Gents, within each of you is something amazing. Skills and abilities that can transform this world for the better. You're a rough diamond. Yeah, heat and pressure has built you into what you are. And your clothing is nothing more than shine so the world can see your brilliance. Starting this off, ditch the running shoes. When we first meet Steve Carell's character, what is he wearing? Those New Balance 407s. Fine running shoes, but not something you want to wear out to a bar, out on a date. It's just simply, it's the wrong place for these. You want to wear shoes that really talk about you. Maybe you're casual. Okay, well then go for a great looking pair of, you see a guy wearing a pair of shoes like this, okay, at least you know he has clean shoes. He's got good taste in casual leather sneakers. Tons of other options out there. And if you just want something that's going to look good, not maybe grab a whole lot of attention, boom, right there, you've got a classic loafer. Or maybe you do want to grab a bit of attention. Then you go for a boot, maybe a double monk right there. This right there, again, going to get you compliments. Historically, shoes were a way that we actually knew of someone's wealth and status in society. Yes, did they actually have a heel because they rode a horse? Did they have nice shoes because they could afford it? And this is something to this day. We are still, our brains fall back to this fight or flight, make a quick decision about this person. Look at a few key indicators because we are all thinking like this. We're all lazy. Yes, is it fair? No, but it's reality, guys, and use it to your advantage. Next up, leverage the power of the V-neck sweater or the V-neck shirt. I know some of you guys are thinking, hey, I don't want to show off a whole lot of chest. I'm not talking a deep V-neck here. And if it's something that's that uncomfortable, then go ahead and wear another shirt underneath, although not a white crew neck. The point here is the V-neck is going to build up your chest. It's just going to make you look a little bit leaner. The V right there, what it does is it encourages us to kind of look up and down. The point here is that most of us would look more masculine, stronger, and more attractive by going with a V-neck, oftentimes over a crew neck, sweater, or shirt. Now, this next tip is huge, gentlemen, and that is fit is king. You've probably heard me say this 100 times if you watch my channel. The style pyramid, fit, fabric, and function. But there's a reason I put fit first, because if your clothing doesn't fit you, gosh, I mean, just look at Steve Carell in the movie. I mean, the guy looks like he has given up on life, that he is wearing his older brother's clothing. You don't want this look. Now, the best thing you can do is when you're buying clothing, buy clothing that actually fits you. Now, here at Real Men Real Style, I give you tons of guides on how a suit should fit, on how your jeans should fit, on how a dress shirt should fit, or any casual shirt should fit. But if you don't have time for that, you've already bought a whole bunch of clothing that's really nice clothing, it's just a little bit too large. Well, guess what, guys? Learn the name of your tailor. Take your clothing to get adjusted. Oh, you don't have the money for that? Then simply learn how to do a lot of the minor adjustments yourself. Darting a shirt, hemming a pair of trousers. These are actually very easy fixes. Again, I give tons of tips here on the channel. I will link to additional videos that give you guidance on this down below. The next style lesson from Crazy Stupid Love, take that boring white dress shirt and get rid of it. Nah, maybe not fully getting rid of it. I love a great white dress shirt, but guys, if that's all that's in your closet, come on, that's boring. Yeah, you got some light blues, maybe you've even got some stripes, but have fun with other darker colors. These are great for wearing out at night when you're going to the bar, when you're going out to that club. Dark blue, black. And what I really like is when you bring in a dark shirt with dark trousers with a lighter jacket. It really just draws attention to your upper torso area. Again, if that jacket fits you, builds up the chest, makes you look good. And speaking of jackets, gentlemen, let's talk about the power of suede. Suede is a great fabric because it sets you apart from the crowd. Yeah, other guys are out there wearing leather jackets, but a suede jacket, no, that grabs attention. That sets you apart, even from the guys wearing sports jackets. It also builds up the shoulders, kind of slims up the whole torso, just a great look. And suede, another thing about it, texture. I've talked about the science and power of texture before. People want to touch it. So you're on a first date and all of a sudden she reaches over and touches the jacket, says she absolutely loves it. Well, she's touched you. You've already broken that barrier down of actually touching each other. So guys, this works to your advantage later on that night. And gents, let's not forget about the power of color. The right color at the right time sets you apart in a crowded room in a great way. And I'm not talking about neon. I'm not talking about overdoing it. Treat color like salt to a meal. You don't want to overpower, just add a little bit to bring out the flavor. That is the power of a great color. Now in the movie Crazy Stupid Love, Ryan Gosling wears this maroon suit. It sets him apart from every other man in the room. Am I going to recommend that you go that far? Not always. Let's look at Steve Carell in this true blue. What does this color do? One, it separates him from all the other guys wearing navy, and it also brings out his eyes. This color just works really well with him. You need to find the colors that work with you. You've probably gravitated towards these. I know for me, I love variations of brown. Yes, that's what gold is. I also love olive green. These are colors I just feel work for my complexion and I leverage. And let's not forget about accessories like watches, cufflinks, bracelets, jewelry, sunglasses, all of these things. Conversation starters that have a story behind them that when people see it, they're just curious as to, okay, what's going on here? This is actually very primal. They've actually shown groups of primates. One of them started wearing a feather and all of them picked up on this and they all started wearing feathers. As human beings, we're curious about what other people have. Sunglasses also can make you look more attractive. Why? They bring symmetry to the face. People are wondering, who's the guy behind the sunglasses? Is he looking at me? What's going on here? Watches, if you're into watches, you wonder, okay, what kind of watch is that person wearing? If you're a woman, you're simply looking at the jewelry, wondering, who is this guy? Why is he wearing that ring? What does that ring symbolize? What's up with the bracelets? All of these things draw curiosity, draw attention, which is a good thing. The next lesson to take from the movie Crazy Stupid Love, master the art of sprezzatura. That's an Italian word for the art of looking like you didn't put in any effort, that this all came naturally. Basically looking cool, despite the fact that you did put in a little bit of time. You did put in practice. You did craft this image. And this is something that Ryan Gosling does really well throughout the movie. He has this just type of cool flair to him. A lot of guys want this, but a lot of people aren't willing to put in the effort, the preparation that goes into it. Because to look like you can simply put drinks together means that you actually know how to put drinks together, not randomly mixing things up. To actually have a well-crafted outfit, this is something that you've thought through. You took the time, and what I love about this is you can just do it a few times a year. You can set up your wardrobe so that, hey, you can have an interchangeable wardrobe. You can put pieces together, but you still have to put in the work. A lot of guys simply don't put in any work and then are surprised that they don't have the image and the look that they want. So what video to watch next? How about how James Bond breaks the rules of style and still gets the girl? Had a lot of fun with this video, and I think that all men can learn how to bend the rules of style to make them work in your favor.